Welcome, lazy scumbags, to another spoiler
No,
cast.
no, no, no. This is madness. This is Suicide Squad. I'm doing this.
Okay.
I've taken over the show.
Okay.
Hello, people. It's me, Ivan Crollo. Welcome to my channel, which I do videos on. Me, Ivan Crollo. I am here with this guy. Say hi, Joey.
Hi, Joey.
Oh, come
I'm
on.
black.
Nah, you're cramping my style. And we're here to talk about Suicide Squad, which is a movie that came out. How long ago did it come out? Like a week?
Yeah, a week. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a bit late, but better late than never.
Yeah. Well, at least we're gonna do a video at all about it.
Yeah.
So I was the first guy to see Suicide Squad. I saw it.
In the world?
Well, probably among the first in the world.
David Ayer personally flew to Croatia and was like, "Hey, Ivan, I hear you're mad on the internet." And you're like, I'm a poor man's blows himself up, dude. And he's like,
Yeah.
"You're just the guy we need." And he flies you over because the theaters in Croatia aren't the best. I don't know.
Yeah.
And you see it with Will Smith, and Jared Leto was across the theater because Will Smith and Jared Leto, they're not friends.
Yeah, they don't get along. It was
He didn't get
awkward.
invited to a party. It was sad.
It was really awkward, being between them two,
Yeah. One of them tried to kill the other. It was this whole thing.
Yeah.
It was just madness.
Yeah. Will was all pissed off that Jared got to get paid for being a dickhead to everybody months at a time.
Oh,
yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm super jealous of what you got to do there because, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, and then Zack Snyder walked over to me and was like, "Hey, Ivan, you want to write the novelization for BVS?" And I'm like, "Sure. Okay."
And 5 chapters came out. None. It wasn't completed because Ivan's lazy.
Yeah. Although, in my defense, I've probably done more work for Redux.
What's this Redux you talk about? You speak of.
Oh, fuck it. No, I'm not talking about it here. Fuck it, no. Anyway, Suicide Squad. So, this movie was another shitstorm.
It was good. It was. I had a good time within this storm of human feces. It was.
Yeah, but everybody was really expecting to go into this movie and love it, and then when the reviews started coming out, everybody started lose their minds. DC just has a rough year with movies.
Yeah, it's been a good / bad year for DC.
Yeah.
It's been rocky, but it's been alright, I guess.
But mostly on the movie side, I think Rebirth. Everybody likes Rebirth more or less.
Except for me. I'm the only one.
Yeah. But they haven't been able to release any movie this year without any controversy, except Justice League versus Teen Titans, which is the one.
That's because people just didn't know that came out.
Well, that came out roughly around the time as BVS, right?
Yeah, but what are you gonna watch?
Yeah, Batman versus Superman or Justice League versus their fucking kids.
Although the kids, of course.
Although
Justice League child abuse.
Yeah, well, child abuse is a very popular thing in America.
It is,
especially with
for that.
But yeah, BVS. We all saw what happened there. Killing Joke.
That was the best time. On the back of the DVD, you'll see my quote that says, "This is the best movie," because I love that film so much.
Yeah.
I think it was universally praised.
Oh yeah. I can't believe somebody actually wrote on Wikipedia that Brian Azzarello attached fan fiction.
Yeah,
to that film, and it was universally panned.
That was such a great discovery. It's like, I felt like Dr. June Moon, but except I wasn't possessed by a crazy full dancing witch.
And you weren't put into a weird black bikini.
Oh, I'm in that, of my own accord, because I just like the way, I look in it.
Wait. How do you have a bikini if Jeremy Renner's cut off head is where your junk is?
Well, it's part of it, but I painted it black. Hey.
Yeah. Anyway, Suicide Squad. I think you and I both had a lot of fun with this movie.
Yeah.
This is probably the most fun I've had in a theater, except Star Trek Beyond.
Like this year?
Yeah, this year.
Yeah. Well, it's the most fun I had with a film this year.
Even more than
Star Beyond.
Yeah,
Not like a theater experience, because people were kind of. It was kind of horrible in Star Trek Beyond, because there was one guy who took a selfie in the middle of the film, and it was wasn't the best.
Yeah, there wasn't much of a theater experience for me either, watching Beyond.
But yeah, definitely a lot of fun. The most fun I've had in a film since, the last superhero film with a ragtag team of heroes going up against a really bland villain.
Yeah, this is a weird movie to talk about, because there's a lot of there is no plot to this
there
movie.
Isn't.
And that's really weird, because a lot of these movies are try to have kind of a story to them, except Deadpool, and it's really interesting that that there is no second act to this movie. It has a big introduction, then it has the third act, and then there's just kind of this thing in the middle that happens that kind of ties the two of them together.
Amanda Waller gets on a helicopter. That's the second act.
Yeah. Well, that's actually pretty true.
She's like, "I'll come back for you,"
and then
and she doesn't.
Oh, I doubt she would have come back for them.
Nah, she never would have.
Nah.
She's Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
She's a mean lady.
Well, she was a really fucked up character. Some of the things she does, the things she says, it's really, it really was, Amanda Waller-esque, the way she just, gunned down all those people that, helped get her out of the city.
Yeah.
There were actually some people who were against Viola Davis when she was cast, but I really can't imagine anyone else.
Why?
In this role. Because the fucking DCEU voice actor is a black sassy lady, and they were like, "Why didn't you just cast the DCEU lady?"
It doesn't matter. Go away.
And nobody fucking knows her, too.
What's
the
her
DCEU
face?
Voice actress. Yeah, what's her face? At least Viola Davis is kind of known.
She's I think she's an Academy Award winner. So
yeah. So who are you gonna go with? The one person Billy Bob Thornton knows from his DCEU days, or an award-winning actor?
It's like asking for Fat Mark Hamill to be the Joker or something.
Now that would be pretty funny.
Yeah, just little tubby goblin man, as he looks like now, Mark Hamill running around as the Joker.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't imagine the experience working with him on Star Wars. That must have been weird.
Well, he just kind of stared at everyone, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for the sequel.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, he'll stare at people in that one too. That's all he does now. He just stares.
Oh man. Anyway, back to Suicide Squad. What was your favorite part of the whole movie?
Those sick dance moves Enchantress was doing. I gotta learn those.
What?
Yeah, she was, in front of the little giant thing going into the sky. She was doing a little dance. I think it was great.
Oh my god.
My favorite part was actually just Deadshot as a character, and Will Smith.
Yeah.
He was good. I liked him.
Will Smith definitely does not.
Raps for Will Smith.
Will Smith definitely was just playing himself in this movie, um, which I guess everybody knew was going to happen.
Kind of, but like he I was surprised with how much Will Smith allowed himself not to be like, oh, I'm a good guy because I'm Will Smith and I'm
Yeah.
the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Well, he actually is
Drop me
pretty
a beat, Jazzy Jeff.
self-deprecating. He actually is pretty self-deprecating in a lot of scenes, where he
Yeah.
says, I'm a murderer and that kind of stuff. Um, but I actually really like him in any emotional scene because you can actually tell that he's trying. He's not just
For the first time in years.
yeah. I can't think of any Will Smith movie where he isn't just completely Will Smith 100% of the time. Besides this one, before Suicide Squad.
I'll get back to you. Muhammad Ali, that movie. Ali was, yeah, he was not himself in that film. No,
Which
he
one?
wasn't himself in After Earth, but no one liked that because he was just like, they
Because
can smell your fear.
He was just boring McBland or whatever.
He was like he was doing his best HAL 9000 impression, but it didn't
Jesus
exactly
Christ.
work out. So
Which is really funny because they could have found any bland actor for that role, and they got like one of those charismatic people on the planet for that.
yeah, you could have got me for that role. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
have been great. I'm bland.
I was actually surprised there was no Deadshot Harley romance. I thought that was going to be in the movie because that was the thing in the comics and Assault on Arkham.
Yeah, and Will Smith, Will and Margot are getting real close.
Yeah, they did 2 movies together, didn't they?
Like
Yeah.
and
Well,
Jada's fish, so you want to get away from her.
wait, is she still Fish Mooney on Gotham?
Yeah, she came back.
What the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
why? You're
She's
Will
the best.
Smith's wife.
The back of the DVD for Gotham Season 1, you'll see my quote that says, Fish Mooney is the best character. Because she is.
Is that damning with fine praise?
Yeah. She won an Emmy because she was so great.
No.
Yeah.
There's no way anyone won an Emmy for Gotham.
Well, best writing, for sure.
Yeah, if everyone was.
I'd argue for production design, you could, because it's real. The show looks very good.
I guess. I don't know.
No,
wow, we're really going off topic.
No, let's talk about Gotham
really shows
the whole time. Gotham's the best.
Yeah, we're really invested in the Suicide Squad. But the problem with this movie is that there's not really much to say, which is why I really didn't even do.
Oh yeah, we had a structure. What's your favorite part?
I guess the Harley stuff.
Part? Okay, good.
I guess the Harley stuff was pretty good because, all right, I already made a video why the Harley Joker relationship is bullshit.
Yeah.
And I really like the fact that they didn't play up that he's abusive towards her because there is no story there.
I mean, yeah, except for what's been done before.
Yeah. And I'm not saying they couldn't have done the abusive part. They couldn't have done that. But I really feel like at this point you need to say something fresh about it besides, oh, he's abusive towards her. Look how terrible that is.
It's like, he's abusive. Okay, continue.
And that's it. Like, he's abusive. She goes back to him, and that's pretty much their dynamic. And Jared Leto was something I wasn't particularly sold on when I first watched the movie, but as I've thought about it and talked to other people about it, I think he might be the most disturbing Joker you have to actually watch on film.
I think he is funny, but he's. I don't know what part of that is just me making fun of Jared Leto because I do it a lot, but he's kind of not. he's kind of not funny in a way. It's just like Heath Ledger had the pencil trick.
Yeah.
And this, he just kind of sits on people's laps and makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of the villain from Skyfall in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, Javier, what's his face?
Silva. Javier, No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, it was Silva, right?
Yeah, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, well, you're the James Bond fan. You need to know this stuff.
I know. I know most things about James Bond, and I love the books. I don't like James Bond. It's just one of those things where you know everything about it, and you don't like it.
Which is really, really weird, because you and I actually kind of discovered that we like Harry Potter and actually know a lot about it, too.
Yeah. It's a good time. Suicide.
Jared Leto's Joker, I think his best scene for me was when he gives, Harley the speech before he throws her into the vat of acid. And then he actually turns around to leave her to die. And then he rips the jacket off and then he just goes after her anyway.
My favorite scene, since we're doing this, was when he woke up and he was like, "Wait, what? Where is she?" It's like he forgot for the rest of the night. Like she wasn't there. And he just wakes up, just like, what?
Well, actually,
there used to be a person here.
Yeah.
And he's got this weird smile drawn around his actual smile. So he's probably had a night on the town, drinking.
Yeah.
He just wakes up and all of these knives are laid around him. It's like, what did I do?
Oh, the Hangover with Jared Leto's Joker. That would be amazing.
It turns out Harley was on the roof the whole time.
Wait, is that the twist of the Hangover?
Yeah.
Well, shit, I've never seen the first Hangover, only the second one, so thanks for ruining that for me.
Wait, it's a film that's 8 years old. Come on.
It is? It is?
Yeah. And what are you watching only the second one?
I don't know. I was like, well, it's the fucking same as the first one, so I was operating under the logic of, well, fuck it. If I can watch 2 movies in one, why not?
It's not bad, the second one. It's just the first one is better.
Yeah, they go to Vegas, right?
Yeah.
I
haven't seen the third.
The third one's I don't think they even have a hangover in the third one.
No, they don't. Doug gets kidnapped or something.
Yeah. Okay, back to fucking we should just fucking
rename this. Sidetracking the video.
Yeah, because I don't know what to say about this movie besides the fact that I had a lot of fun with it. There's not really
it's
much.
Just it's a fun time.
And I don't really know why the critics were so fucking brutal towards it. I don't.
It's not offensive. I can't. BVS is the most weird movie I've seen in a while, so I can see why someone would be off-put by that. But this is just fun popcorn stuff. It's just you can read into it, and I have, but it's harmless basically.
Yeah. Because BVS is kind of like an impenetrable beast. It's really reliant on you knowing comic books and also kind of having a thing for art house movies, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't know who the fuck the audience for BVS is supposed to be. I don't know.
Only me.
Yeah, you and me, us weirdos who like this weird experimental shit. But this movie, this is what Marvel would make if you gave them a DC movie.
If you gave them a few drugs, just to ease them in, and get them a bit, off it in a way, and then just said, make a movie.
And this would be that. A lot of people are really against the Enchantress, and I don't think the Enchantress is any worse than most of the MCU guys.
Of the MCU villains. And you've still got some really, I'd argue Amanda Waller is a great villain in her own right.
Well, yeah, I would actually well, going back to the Enchantress for a second, the Enchantress actually did have a few really good scenes that kind of stuck out to me. There's the one where the hand reaches out from under June's, and then she transforms into the Enchantress. Another one is when she like goes through the mirror and then bashes a dude's head with it. When she's reviving her brother, she beats up the black guy because it's always a black guy.
Yeah, it's always, I feel at least we got a starring role in this one. I'm happy about that.
Well, this is a pretty diverse cast.
It is.
If you think about it. You got Will Smith, black guy. You got Harley, who's essentially the co-protagonist of the film. You got Viola
Who's
Davis.
albino.
You got Jared Leto, who's also AIDS albino.
Yeah.
You got El Diablo,
who's Latin guy.
Yeah, and you got Jai Courtney, who counts as his own species.
Yeah. Bland white guy. Except he's not in this film.
Well, a lot of people actually are really liking Jai Courtney in this movie.
Because he's not Sam Worthington, like he has been in all of his other movies.
And it's so weird because the guy obviously has charisma. Like, this is a guy you could give, I don't know, like a Han Solo-esque role to, and I think he'd do a pretty good job with it.
I think he's one of those actors where the director and the other actors kind of elevate him. Like, if you're around someone who's as good as, say, Viola Davis or Margot Robbie, you're going to step up your act.
Yeah.
And sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't. Because, in Batman Forever, Tommy Lee Jones was like, no, Jim Carrey ain't upstaging me. And we got
Wait, is that why he hemmed Two-Face up?
Yeah.
So he was supposed to be like more subdued, but Tommy Lee Jones wouldn't go with it.
Yeah, because Jim Carrey was being Jim Carrey. He's like, I should be Jim Carrey. So that's what Tommy Lee Jones did. That's
a shame.
He'd be a good Two-Face.
Yeah, he'd be a good Two-Face. It is a shame that Billy D. Williams couldn't have gotten to be Two-Face.
Well, it's a shame that Billy D. Williams isn't in every movie ever, because he's the best.
That is very true. But going back to Suicide Squad, some other criticism that they've been throwing at the movie is that it's overly long and dour and joyless, and I'm just like, what fucking movie? This is literally some of the best entertainment you're going to get out of a movie from this shitty year of movie making.
It doesn't stop. Like, the film starts at like 1,000,000 miles an hour, even in like the downtime where they're having a nice little dinner, because you have all the flashback sequences, which are edited kind of like a Tarantino film, like Kill Bill.
Yeah.
And it just goes at a million miles a minute. You can't. It's not. How is it joyless?
Yeah, or how is it overly long? This has the shortest fucking runtime out of any comic book movie this year, except maybe Deadpool.
I don't understand.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of the critics just kind of wrote the movie off because it's associated with BVS. Because a lot of the criticism I've seen for SS feels like it applies more to BVS than SS itself.
The criticism I've heard of the SS is that they're Nazis. And, Heinrich Himmler wasn't a great guy.
So, oh, really? I was not aware.
I mean, he was a wuss because, he was like, oh, no, blood, I can't see it, I will die. But,
oh, God.
He just, the SS were not good people.
Yeah, but they make great video game / movie villains.
Yeah. But about the other SS, I do think they kind of wrote it off by association.
And that makes me wonder, do critics just hate this genre in general, and then they're just using the DC movies as an easy way to say why they hate the genre?
I don't know, because they were really up Civil War, weren't they?
Well, Civil War. Well, that's the other theory, that they've just bought into this whole idea that Marvel way is the standard, quote
I
unquote.
don't know. I just I don't know if it's a bias or anything. I don't know what's going on with these people.
Well, a lot of these people are actually fucking nerds who actually read this stuff beforehand, so it is very possible that Marvel pandering to like.
If they read this stuff beforehand, they would have known that Enchantress was going to be the villain, and I was right.
Well, these are the same people who are surprised that Barbara Gordon, a groupie from the comic books, is a groupie in the Killing Joke movie.
Good point.
Yeah.
Geez. I'll shut up now.
But going back to the actual movie itself, do you actually mind the fact that they cut out a lot of scenes?
No, because I like. I mean, a lot of people were disappointed that the Joker wasn't in it that much, even though he like. I heard everyone saying, "Oh, the Joker's not even in it enough," and I go into it and I was like, "Oh, he was in more than I expected," because people lowered my expectations. So I don't really feel that, but I don't think you could have added that much more about it becoming the Joker show, or more of Batman without becoming the Batman show, or any of the other characters that people really, really wanted to see, except for Harley, who got her fair share of screen time.
The thing with the Joker, okay, I can kind of understand the expectations for the Joker because
Because it
he
was
was
marketed
really
that way.
yeah. I don't get it for Batman because I don't think we ever got a good look at Batman ever.
It
From
was just on
marketing
on the Joker's car
on the
throughout
car.
all of the trailers and jumping into the what's
into
it
water.
called? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, water.
And a lot of people like say that the Deadshot thing should have been like this big action sequence between Batman and Deadshot, and I really feel like that would have.
Yeah, with his little kid in the middle of it.
Yeah. And that's another thing people are complaining about, that Batman uses a kid to stop the fight.
You're complaining about Batman using a kid?
Well, it's not like
he dresses up multiple children as targets. We brought into the night like ghosts. Not that kid. He's dying.
Well, the way they phrase the whole scene is like Batman, grabs Deadshot's daughter, and he's like, if you want to shoot me, you gotta shoot her first.
Well, Batman's not a nice guy in this universe.
Well, he's not a nice guy, period, but he is kind of an asshole in
No, my biggest problem with the Justice League so far is like Batman's like, I'm a hero now, I'm getting a team together. You're still kind of a serial killer. You still killed a lot of people. You should probably go to jail.
Yeah.
No, I like that though. I like imagining this version of Batman just being a complete idiot and just a horrible person. But
that was what was happening in BVS. He is just
that was the point of BVS, but they're just kind of glossing over that now.
Yeah, because
it's like I was in a dark point in my life. Just leave me alone.
Yeah,
I'm over it now.
Yeah, which is still gonna be easier to buy than Steve and Tony being friends after Civil War.
Yeah.
But I was fine with Batman's really limited role. I really like the fact that he just shows up and then he's gone. Like, Batman exists in this universe.
I think David Ayer shoots the Batsuit better than Zack Snyder does as well. Like, I wasn't laughing when he showed up.
Yeah, because Ayer, I think Ayer does something with his face. I think he keeps his face more obscured, so... Yeah. It's kind of like how Nolan shot Christian Bale's Batman, where you never see his eyes a lot of the time. He always looks like he has like a big shadow over the whole upper part of his face.
I like that we saw him gliding in this film as well, because I don't think we've seen that from Affleck's in BVS. Like, with him, like, cape spread out, like a classic Batman pose.
Yeah, the only time he does that is when he crashes through the window, but that, he just crashes through a window.
Yeah.
Although the weird demon thing, the demon face he has when he jumps in, like, what the fuck was that?
With the demon face?
Like when he jumps into the river, if you actually stop the scene, you can see that he's got like a weird demon face.
I thought it was like a little breather thing.
I don't know. His whole face looks kind of green and demonic.
Because they made a toy out of the little breather thing. I thought it was that.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the scene where Harley, snaps at him and he just punches her in the face, that got a good laugh out of the audience.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
And I also like the fact that he was kind of reluctant on whether or not to resuscitate her. He's like, yeah.
Well, I technically kill in this universe, but you know.
Yeah.
I like the touch of the what's it called? The guns being off the Batmobile as well.
Yeah.
Because of his wee little character arc.
Well, this is not after BVS.
I think the scene where he captures Harley is.
Maybe.
Because, Joker just woke up. Unless he was, asleep for a month. And he was like, what?
Well, Harley looks pretty roughed up to be in it for just a few days, and she knows kind of like the guards already, so.
Well, the guard is, working for the Joker, so she might have.
Oh no, he's being blackmailed by Joker.
Okay. Disregard whatever I said.
Well, I don't know. But I think that it is very possible that Joker just forgot Harley existed for a long period of time, and then something just pops into his head. Because this is a very mood-swingy Joker. This is a guy who can smile at you 1 second and then beat the shit out of you with a crowbar the next.
Yeah, that makes him even more scary. You have Heath Ledger's Joker who's like, I'm a dog chasing cars. No, you're not.
No, you're
everything.
Yeah, you're a manipulative psychopath.
No, I'm crazy. No, you're not.
Well, he says he's not.
Oh, he acts crazy.
Yeah.
But, he seems pretty sane to me, even despite the homicidal maniac stuff.
Well, when he's talking to Batman for the last time, he even admits that he planned everything. So yeah. Not much of an agent of chaos if you got a big master plan, bro.
I mean, he's better than Leto's Joker because we've had more of him. It's more of a performance.
Yeah, and I think that's important to say because a lot of people are already writing off Leto's Joker, and I don't think that's really fair until we see him in a big meaty role that has something to say about him.
Yeah, I think because we've gotten to this point with the Joker, it's not he's just another Batman villain that we use. It's, oh my God, it's the Joker. He's here.
Yeah.
We DC went on media blackout for Endgame, and Death of the Family got mad buzz and everything.
Yeah.
So you can't people just can't let it just be a part he has in the movie. It's got to be he's got to be the starring villain, and he's got to take over the movie. It's got to be his movie.
Yeah.
Instead of him just being in there because. It's just a movie that takes place in a larger universe.
Yeah. And I also, if the Joker was the villain of the film, a lot of people say he should have been, I don't really know what kind of big master plan could he have had to warrant, have the team keep coming after him. Because the end of the world is okay, if we fail, the world is fucked.
Even in Assault on Arkham, they're not there because the Joker has the dirty bomb in the city. It's because the Riddler has figured out how to deactivate the bombs in their necks.
Yeah.
Waller doesn't even seem to care in that movie.
Yeah, and in that movie, too, the Joker isn't the main villain. It's just the squad going through the asylum and dealing with shit as it happens to them.
Yeah. And he just kind of screws everything up, kind of like he does in this movie.
Yeah. And like I said, I like the fact that that Joker's relationship with Harley isn't abusive. I actually really like the fact that he actually, might care about someone else.
Occasionally.
Occasionally, yeah, because he had no qualms about leaving her to drown in the fucking car.
So, yeah.
But that was a good. That was kind of like a classic Joker thing in the movie too, where he's like he just
I'm
disappears.
dead. Not really.
Yeah, yeah. He just goes to places, then disappears, and then he just comes back.
And with how the look is, his hair and everything is heavily inspired by Endgame. Maybe we could be hinting at that. Probably not. I hope we are. That'd be cool.
Probably not. It would be cool, but I don't see it happening.
I don't doubt that Johns gave Affleck Snyder's stuff to read because it's the big stuff at the moment.
Yeah. And I did like the fact that we got to see Harley in the classic suit, which I didn't think they were going to do.
Yeah.
They even recreated that Alex Ross shot where they're like dancing, and she's got this classic suit, and he's got the Endgame outfit.
I'm glad because people will shut up now because ever since Arkham Asylum, people have been like, put her back in the classic suit.
Yeah.
Just go away.
Which was even dumb for Arkham Asylum because the whole point of that is that she's pretending to be a nurse.
Yeah.
And then in the later games, she's like grieving and stuff. So,
But I don't buy these two characters being like consistent enough to just wear the same thing all the time.
I mean, Batman has a new fucking suit all the time, so I don't see why Harley and Joker can't make a new one too.
Yeah, it's cute. They dress up together.
What else? And it is a shame that we're never going to get an Endgame movie because the zombie craze is really, really hot right now. And I think if you told people that there are like Joker zombies in a whole Batman movie, I think that would probably get a lot of people really excited.
Yeah, do it. Ben Affleck, come on.
Nah, Ben Affleck's an 80s guy. Like, he's probably going to do The Cult before he does Endgame.
Nah, he's going to do Death in the Family.
Oh, my God.
With the Joker as the ambassador to Iran.
I really hope his movie isn't a prequel. That would suck so much balls.
You know what he should do?
Killing Joke?
No. I'd actually like to see these versions of the characters do that, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the source material.
Yeah.
But,
it would be a cool novelty to just see how, these guys do it.
I'd like to see Jared Leto's face removed with the tattoo on the forehead. Like, it'd be Death of the Family, but he'd have, like, these, like, dumb face tattoos all over it.
Yeah.
That would be fun. But not even the story, just for that.
Yeah. But that's not going to happen either.
Let's bring some structure. And let's just go through each member of the squad individually.
Sure.
We keep getting on tangents here.
Yeah, we do, but fuck it. Okay, so we did Deadshot. We did Harley.
Mm-hmm.
We did Joker. We did Batman. What Lily has to do here. Waller, too.
Waller was the best. She was cold.
Yeah, she was a hard bitch. Lady. A hard bitch, like Mama West says.
Yeah, that's what my mom said.
And I think she also had good comedic timing. I think that when the people around her were being more comedic, I think she responded to it really well. And it worked.
She wasn't like, it didn't compromise her, like, just being really scary.
Yeah.
And horrific and just a terrible person all around.
And that's really interesting because she's easily the worst person on the squad. Like all these other guys have some redeeming qualities to them, but she really, really doesn't. She really is just a mean, nasty person.
I like how she is kind of a devil figure as well. Like, especially at the end where she just shows up and Deadshot's like, "How are you not dead?" Like you can just never get rid of her. She's like this ultimate evil that just hangs around and you just can't get it off your back.
And I found it so gratifying at the end that they don't just get proclaimed heroes of the world.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy, all these murderers and thieves and psychopaths, they save, the Nova Corps planet, and then all of a sudden they're like heroes across the entire galaxy. They're pardoned for all their crimes and stuff. And
It's
here,
also keep going.
and also, uh, but in Suicide Squad, like when these guys save the planet, she's like, "You get 10 years off your sentence. Get the fuck back in prison."
10 years off triple life.
Yeah. Which how long is that? Is that like 300 years or something?
Yeah, it must be. Like if Captain Boomerang dies and comes back, they're like, "No, we know what you did last time. Come on, back to jail. Go serve another life."
That's Amanda Waller's loophole for resurrections. Like if you die once, then you get one life sentence. Off.
What
You
if
gotta
like
serve the other one.
what if you got like a really like high-tech pacemaker and you just flatline
Jeez.
3 times? You just out of there. Oh,
Yeah.
technically so, triple life. See ya.
Yeah, then Waller's like, shit, he beat me.
Also, they're not declared heroes, and it's not a movie about redemption. It's more about acceptance and compromise, like
yeah,
within yourself.
yeah,
Like especially with Deadshot at the end.
yeah.
Like I think I almost don't want a sequel because I think he's in the perfect place, like
Mhm.
within him and his daughter at the end of this movie.
Yeah. Although you could play him off as kind of a balancing figure for some other characters because if they bring new people in, new people who are kind of harder, who are figuring out how to balance their good and bad sides, you could use Deadshot as more of a mentor type figure
Yeah.
for other characters instead of developing him further. Um, and I also really like the fact that everybody gets something cool at the end for themselves, like Deadshot gets to see his daughter. He even earns Rick Flag's respect. Harley gets shitty teen romance novels to read. What did Killer Croc
He
get?
got a TV.
That's pretty
And
cool.
that's kind of perfect for him because before he was like sleeping in like a swamp or something. Like just
Yeah.
look, and like it's basically a complete statement that no, I'm just a guy. Give me a TV, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to lie down and watch TV.
Yeah. Because imagine prison is fucking boring, but when you've got TV, it gets a lot more bearable. And then to get Captain Boomerang doesn't get anything, which is really fitting for the comics because Boomerang is always kind of the butt of every joke. He's the guy who he always gets screwed over. Nobody likes him.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that Boomerang isn't a completely reprehensible scumbag either because he is a Flash villain, and Flash's villains aren't,
They're just guys.
Yeah, they're just crooks.
Yeah. And so you wanna move on from Waller.
Yeah.
Who should we go to next?
Rick Flag, he's pretty much the next, big character of the movie.
Yeah. I like him.
Yeah, me too.
Second best romance of the year.
Probably, yeah. He's
behind Kirk and Bones.
Mm-hmm.
Not Kirk, Spock and Bones.
Yeah. I actually really like the fact that they gave him a lot of personality because I thought he was just going to be generic army.
You thought it was going to be Rick Flag, like bleeds red, white, and blue, like they say in the movie, just like a generic army guy.
Yeah,
but his last name that's Flag.
But I actually feel like his arc was really organic in the movie, where he actually realizes that he's not perfect either. He is also kind of a messed up dude who does messed up things, and he just uses like the soldier position to justify himself.
Yeah, and I like his like I've heard people saying, well, his relationship with the Enchantress wasn't developed. That was the joke. where Waller was just like, "Oh, they've fallen in love as expected."
Yeah,
Like,
because
it's like Waller was just counting on him, like just getting together.
yeah, that was just emotional blackmail for a
Yeah,
flag. Which once again, that was really really clever. Really clever tactic for Waller. And just going back to Waller for a second, I really love the fact that her bomb, the case with the Enchantress's heart. I really like the fact that that thing had a like bomb put onto it, so if the Enchantress ever got too close, the bomb would explode and then kill her. Joey?
she's just prepared for anything, really.
Yeah. She's almost more prepared than Batman is in this universe.
Well, because he's kind of a dope.
Yeah, he is. Uh, Going back to Rick Flag for a second, I really like the fact that the Enchantress didn't die for him.
Like die for, or
No, I'm actually kind of glad that he is the guy who kind of got a really happy ending at the end because honestly, he probably gets screwed up more than anyone else in this whole movie.
because he's just kind of a puppet throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. He's actually no less disposable than anyone else in the Suicide Squad, really.
Yeah, and I like the kind of contradiction of that.
Um, and I really think that pairing him up with Deadshot is a good idea because, like I said, Flag keeps talking about how him killing people is okay because he's like serving his country or whatever, but he's really just,
They're doing the same job.
yeah, essentially. Like, I mean,
except one gets paid now, like in the moment.
Well, don't soldiers get paid too?
No, I mean as part of the squad. Like, Flag's getting paid by the government.
Yeah.
And Deadshot's getting a TV.
Now, Deadshot gets his kid back. Hello?
That too.
Yeah. What else? There's not really much anything else to say about the characters because we've pretty much gone through all of the major ones. Katana doesn't have much to do. Croc also doesn't really get much to do, which is unfortunate because I thought he could have been really cool. Joey? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Your microphone keeps breaking up. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Joseph.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just being attacked by my sister.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, everybody, for these technical difficulties. Joey's sister is being a pain in the ass. Seriously. But since
we will not be bothered.
But since Joey is not here, I shall serenade you all with an amazing song that I heard last night. Merzim Dinamo.
Are we singing?
Subscribe.
No, I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna sing.
Merzim Dinamo.
No, I want to sing. I want to sing.
Oh, you're back?
Yeah, I want to sing. I want to sing.
Fuck sing.
I'm a rap.
Oh my god.
This is a wee jiggy called Purple Lamborghini.
No.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Where were we?
The characters.
Yeah. Well, there's not much to say about the rest,
I really liked the scene with Katana where like she's about to die and she's just like crying at the sword.
Yeah. I really like the fact that everyone is just okay with her sword being like this mystical mumbo jumbo bullshit.
Like, that's with the whole film. Like, nothing really gets explained. It's just, oh, well, this exists.
Yeah. They're shooting into the sky is fucking weird. Everyone's just like, yeah, whatever.
Okay, so we're headed to the swirling pile of trash in the sky.
Yeah. Which makes sense because this is a world that's seen Superman and Doomsday and Zod and all that crap, so...
Yeah. Except, Zod was big laser firing down. This time it's firing up. Not really much of a difference.
I wonder if that was meant to intentionally be like a joke inside the film itself, or that was just a happy coincidence.
Like it's making fun of,
Lasers,
Fan4Stick and Amazing Spider-Man
Avengers,
and TMNT, just shooting up to the sky and everything.
Yeah, oh my god, that is so many movies with lasers in the sky.
Yeah, it's just the same thing all over and over.
And I can't believe I never noticed that before. Like even BVS has Doomsday's,
Wee little
laser thing.
video game boss thing.
Yeah, like when Doomsday, fires it up and then you see like burns Superman. Like even that movie has a fucking laser.
There's just lasers everywhere, Ivan.
Yeah.
Although, lasers.
Lasers are cool.
Lasers are cool.
Yeah. Oh god, what was I going to say about the Enchantress? I really like the fact that there is at least one cinematic universe where magic can exist, and it's not going to be explained by advanced astrophysics or whatever the fuck.
It's gamma rays.
Oh my god. Kevin Feige should watch this movie and realize that making Thor quasi sci-fi was fucking dumb and just go full magic.
You just strap him down to a chair and just shout at him like Daniel Craig, Casino Royale, like, idiot, you're an idiot.
Or J.K. Simmons in that one movie nobody can shut the fuck up about.
Whiplash.
Yeah, Whiplash.
Like, not my tempo.
Well, there's not really much left to say, which is kind of indicative about the biggest problem with the movie.
I got lots to say.
Okay.
Enchantress is dancing. It was great.
Oh my god.
Did you not notice the dancing? Because I did.
Like when she's like kissing the dudes to make them her minions? Is that it?
Nah, she just did. She was dancing the whole film.
Oh my god. Oh,
like
well, the Enchantress did do a cool thing with the Suicide Squad where she basically gives them their fantasies. I thought that was a really cool.
The thing that everyone got mad about with the Harley thing.
Wait, what?
Now they're like, oh my god, they're making her rollers in her hair, housewife. Ah.
Well, she would want that though, to be with the Joker.
That's what she's always kind of being portrayed as. Like, you can't at the same time praise Return of the Joker and be mad at this.
Yeah.
Where it's all about them raising a family.
Yeah. I think that people are mad that she doesn't want to raise it in a psychotic family, but I think that actually shows that there's more depth to her character, that she kind of knows that what she's doing is wrong, but she's so fucked up she can't.
But she owns it, which is, part of her role as kind of the psychiatrist of the squad.
Yeah.
Because she's the only one that doesn't, out of the major characters, that doesn't have a character arc.
Yeah.
Like, she just kind of stays as the psychiatrist who's already accepted what she is as a person.
And her telling El Diablo to own it is really interesting once you remember the fact that she helped murder Robin in this universe.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish we could have gotten some more of that. I know you said that would have made it the Batman show, but it would have been interesting to see if they could have integrated that fact maybe into the film better.
I think it just kind of works as a fun little aside, because I don't know how you would completely tie that together.
True.
But you bring up a good point, because we didn't talk about Diablo, who's kind of a major character.
Diablo was, I think a lot of people kind of guessed that he was going to be like the heart of the movie.
Yeah.
And I don't...
Which,
yeah, because
it's weird, because he's a man with a skull tattooed on his face.
Yeah, but they did a lot of cool stuff with his power. Like, he wasn't just the fire guy. He was able to create letters and little people with fire that had personality and stuff.
That's cute. When you did the little bye.
Yeah.
That was adorable.
Yeah, and I think that it makes sense because he kind of has the tattoos, so maybe he like made them for himself and stuff. So maybe he's got like an artistry about him.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I don't know what the fuck his powers are.
He's a weird little demon god person. He's a devil.
Yeah. Yeah, like he just gets really pissed off and then he turns into Skeletor and fights God.
That's what I like about it. Like, just nothing is explained. Like, oh, we just live in a universe where a guy can turn into like a wee little fire god thing. I'm just okay.
That can
That's
get killed
fine.
by mine.
Yeah, we just live in this world now.
Yeah,
It's
but it is still
definitely
weird. It is still weird that two gods, can't kill each other, but a little mine can kill them.
well, yeah. That's how technology works, Ivan. Have you never killed a god with a mine?
No, I can't say that I've ever killed a god before.
Well, you should try it sometimes. It's good. It's fun.
This seems fun.
It's
Although,
a good time.
when Enchantress and her brother were talking that weird language, I thought that was just like some ancient god speak. But then El Diablo talks in the same language. So is that like
It's
supposed to be like
Spanish.
Aztec? It is.
No, I don't know. I don't know Spanish.
Maybe it's like supposed to be like ancient Aztec shit because she does find it in an Aztec temple.
Possibly. I like to think of it as just random language because I think you'd lose a lot of the magic from this film if you had explained all of the weird stuff in it.
Yeah. And Enchantress's powers at the end, like she just randomly decides to fight them, with swords and shit.
Well, it's crazy. That's all you can say for a lot of the film. It's just it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
At
just
least
a heightened reality.
Yeah. It's at least it's not like Apocalypse who just randomly forgot he has a lot of powers and he just chose not to use them.
Yeah, he just got punched a lot by
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver. But the less said about that film, the better.
I still need to rewatch that movie to see if it's good or not.
I still need to rewatch it so I can continue to make fun of it.
In case you didn't know, people,
Charles, we're connected.
Yeah. Or oh god, or when he like calls out to Charles and Charles can't fucking go anywhere because he's a cripple.
Yeah, he's Charles, come to me. I got no legs.
He fucking can't. He's a cripple.
I got a wall.
We should do an Apocalypse commentary and just make fucking fun of it.
And Psylocke's a pretty underdressed for going to Auschwitz.
Yeah, like she's got a fucking in Auschwitz.
So I'd feel awkward wearing that. I'm just like, oh god, this is disrespectful.
Yeah. Oh god. We should talk about Apocalypse just for the lulz.
We should. I think we missed that like a few months ago.
Yeah.
But
yeah, whatever. We'll wait for the DVD release. But back to Suicide Squad. I actually really like the fact that.
Oh, keep going.
I was actually going to say the final battle. I really like it because even though the world is getting fucked, it's not like this big epic battle to end all battles.
It's not the Marvel thing where it's a big thing crashing into another big thing.
Yeah.
Like Guardians or Winter Soldier.
Or Ultron.
Or all of them.
Yeah.
Except Iron
Man 1. Except Iron Man 1, too.
The Iron Man movies are good. I like it.
Going back to the final battle, I mean, the final battle of BVS feels like bigger and grander than anything here, and that's just like 4 people fighting.
Yeah.
And it's not even like the world being destroyed or anything. It's just them fighting in a city.
An abandoned city. Don't forget that. Yeah. It's a footnote because people would get mad if it was populated.
Yeah, well, it's Gotham, so who the fuck cares?
Yeah, who cares? Crime in Gotham. Water went.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I got nothing else to say. I just like the fact that it wasn't like a big fuck off Avengers tier battle at the end.
One thing I like that kind of lends into the Suicide Squad still being kind of bad people is that they're fighting civilians, essentially.
Yeah, they're killing people.
Like, these were once people, and they're like, oh, let's cut their heads off.
Yeah.
Like, how many innocent civilians must be in Katana's sword?
Lots and lots. But I even like the fact that the mooks actually kind of look interesting. They're not just generic robots or generic aliens. Actually,
they have like the Aztec look to them.
Yeah, they got like lots and lots of eyes, which is really, really creepy. And they talk to one another in some weird fucking language.
And the part where like they're just kind of staring at the squad and they're like, are they gonna attack? What's happening? It's just really creepy.
Yeah. And Dick Grayson, asking Rick Flag, like...
Hey. Yeah, Dick Grayson.
Yeah, we should probably say that Clint Eastwood was
Eastwood is not Dick Grayson.
He is not Dick Grayson.
Clint Eastwood. Star of The Good and the Bad, the Ugly, will never be Dick Grayson because he is 80-something years old.
And he will never be Batman in a Dark Knight Returns live-action film either, people.
Because we already got that, technically, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. Animated feature. But Scott Eastwood was never Dick Grayson. Whoever is annoyed that he wasn't Dick Grayson really needs to fuck off.
It's like how people were really mad about, what's-her-face from...
Jenna Malone.
Yeah, not being anyone in the Ultimate Cut. Like, oh, she was nobody. So?
And they never fucking said she was anybody either. That was just all stupid speculation.
Scoot McNair as well, even though some people thought he was Wally West.
Oh my god. Oh, blows himself up, dude. My inspiration. How could you do that?
Yes.
The soundtrack, lots of actual songs in the movie.
I like
it. Surprised by.
I kind of hope Justice League continues with what they've done in the trailer, like having a soundtrack. Not. Probably not.
They probably
because Junkie XL's a great composer.
He is.
I can't see why they'd do that, but I think it really works.
It is a shame that Zimmer isn't gonna do Justice League. I think it's a shame.
Well, he's tired. He deserves a rest. Like, you look at his discography, aside from Kung Fu Panda 3, it's all superhero movies going back to Dark Knight Rises.
It is?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And he did say BVS was a really hard movie to compose, which I can buy because he was probably like, what the fuck am I going to make?
But it's one of his best yet, so I'm glad he went out. And
yeah, I like it better than his Man of Steel stuff.
Like, if he went out in Amazing Spider-Man 2 with, he lied to me, he hates me.
Yeah, didn't he do that with a rapper or something?
Pharrell Williams, yeah.
So, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Although I do like his score for Spider-Man, like the theme. I think it's an okay theme.
I think it's forgettable, because I can't remember it right now.
But I guess now that we've covered Suicide Squad, I guess we could talk about some of the upcoming DC movies.
Are we doing that?
Oh,
all right. I'm up for it.
Ending.
Well, we can go for 8 hours, so...
Yeah, we've already done an hour and a fucking half, so why not? Let's go.
Talking about very little of this film.
Yeah. Wonder Woman's the next one. That's a year out.
That's either screwed or not screwed.
I don't know.
It could go either way.
It could go either way.
Yeah, well, aside from Man of Steel, which is a movie, I'm not too big a fan of. This universe has been pretty good to me so far.
Yeah, although many would disagree with you on that.
Yeah. As funny how that film is the best received of all of these.
Yeah. But Wonder Woman. So the trailer from Comic-Con was pretty damn great.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like, I don't know about this director. I don't know about the writers involved. I want to believe in this.
I'm pretty confident in the director.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. After
Is this that? I just heard. Is that an elephant? What is that?
That was a fucking motorcycle.
Oh. Thought Dumbo was crashing the pie.
I don't know about this director because I haven't seen anything from her.
She's only directed one film, which was pretty good.
Okay.
Shane Black only directed one film.
That is true. So, yeah.
But
I don't know.
Just looking at the trailers, it looks like a really, beautiful looking film. Some really great shots. So she seems like, she knows what she's doing. And she sounds, like from interviews, like she knows what she's doing. So not really that bothered about her.
Yeah, I'm worried what they're going to do about it in post-production because Warner Brothers has proven that their strategy is let's fuck with shit in the last possible second.
And that's not a good idea. What are you doing?
Yeah. Like, some people argue that made Suicide Squad better, but it did not help Batman v Superman at all.
Nope.
Like, that movie was never going to get positive reactions. I think if they released the Ultimate Cut, it would have gotten like Man of Steel reaction. A lot of people really like it, and some really don't. And instead, they made lots and lots of people really, really not like it.
So yeah, maybe they've learned their lesson. I mean, maybe they already did because Jeff Johns has written this, so he might have written a movie that is not 3 hours long. That needs to be cut down.
Yeah.
As much as I like the Ultimate Edition of BVS, like why are you letting him make a 3 hour movie?
Yeah.
Just write it as a 2.5 hour film.
Yeah. Well, Chris Terrio probably made it like a big ass script too, so maybe there's a problem with that too.
Chris Terrio's just like because he went crazy and he got really excited.
Yeah,
I'd get excited.
But even if they decide to screw with Wonder Woman, that movie's finished production, so they have over a year of fine tuning if they really want to. It's not going to be like Suicide Squad where they decided to change stuff in the last.
Unless they get everyone excited for Etta Candy, and they're like, more Etta Candy.
Oh my god! No. So yeah, could be good, could be bad.
More Etta Candy. She was great in The Office.
British. She's British too, and British people are funny.
Yeah, they are. They're the best. I would know.
Yes, you would. Justice League is the next one. Pretty good trailer from that too. I mean, I'm amazed we got a trailer for that at all.
Even if you say you're not excited for that, you're excited for it.
Yeah, you are. Because it's fucking Justice League.
It's a dream come true.
Yeah. And a lot of people really liked Flash from the Suicide Squad cameo that he did.
Yeah, all 2 seconds of him.
Yeah, and they already like Wonder Woman. They really like Batman, even though
I don't.
Insane.
She's a terrible actress. I'm worried about that in her movie.
Well, she seems a lot more comfortable with the role now than she was in BVS.
She seems better in the Justice League trailer. I don't know about the one for her own solo movie.
We shall see. But still, a lot of people really, really liked her. A lot of people still like Batfleck. Henry Cavill's the poor bastard child of the family that everybody keeps screwing over because
he started this company. Do you know how much he sacrificed?
Everything.
Everything.
Is this supposed to be a reference to something?
No, it was from the first Spider-Man movie. I started this company. You know
Wait,
how
which
much I
one?
sacrificed? You know, don't you remember that? Willem Dafoe, who's starring as Mera in this Justice League movie.
Which Batman movie are you talking about?
I said
89
Spider-Man.
or Begins?
Willem
Oh,
Dafoe.
Spider-Man. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe was, you know, when they kicked him out the company, he's like, I started this company. Yeah.
But still,
Don't
I feel
you
bad
remember
about
that?
Henry Cavill. No, because fuck Raimi's Spider-Man. It's fucking
Nah,
shite.
no, you can't say that about Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin. Though. He's the
Well,
best
Willem
part
Dafoe's
of
going to be
it.
in Justice League, so.
Yeah, he's gonna play Mera.
Well, Amber Heard's feeling a little under the weather from those
Yeah,
punches.
she's real
Husband.
sad.
Yeah. I'm amazed they haven't recast Mira yet just because of that news.
Wow, that's the most weird headline ever. Just like
Yeah.
Amber's feeling real sad. Maybe she won't get to be in the movie.
Yeah. Although I imagine Warner Brothers might have been considering it, and then they were like, I don't know, if we do this to this chick, we might come off as dicks.
No, they should get Johnny Depp as Mera.
Oh my god.
Just to be horrible people.
They were horrible people. They would have gotten Josh Brolin as Batman after his divorce from what's her face?
Diane Lane.
Yeah, Diane Lane, and then just
I'm a friend of your son's. She just gives him a real mad, like she gives him the stink eye.
Oh my god, that would have been so amazing. I wish we could have seen that.
Like, and throughout the whole funeral scene, she's just looking back, just staring at him. I hate you.
Yeah. In either case, whether it's Brolin or Batman, we get a Batman who has slept with Superman's mom.
Yeah.
Well, now Brolin is a big, fat, stupid purple monkey, so.
Like he froze. He like they jump out of the window and like, he's grabbing her, and she's like, "This reminds me of something." Another life.
Oh my god. What were we even talking about anymore?
Just the League of the Justice.
Yeah, Henry Cavill, getting screwed over, man. They cut out his shit in BVS.
Well, you know, he's front and center of the big, you know, full-page spread little, you know, one sheet they released. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know what's it called.
The poster?
Yes, that's what it's called.
I do hope that he is in the movie for a lot and that he just doesn't show up at the very, very end.
Well, there was a rumor going around that it'd just be like, you know, this might be bad news. Another trippy dream sequence of him.
Fuck's
And
sake.
no, well, not bad news for us. We like it, but you know, for him and Darkseid and everything.
Yeah. Because it's a shame. The guy has a lot of charisma, and he hasn't been given a chance to really show it off. He's just been really sad for 2 movies.
He's just been real sad.
Yeah.
He and Amber just sitting together on the set, just real sad.
Yeah. She's like talking about her marital problems, about being physically beaten up, and he's like, yeah, and I can't play fucking Superman a lot. It's a hard life.
I'm just real sad.
Yeah. We're gonna wrap this up because we're really just not into it anymore.
No, we're tired. It's been a long day. Ivan had to help his neighbor starve his dog. It was crazy.
Well, good times. Animal cruelty.
Ivan's a terrible person. You should unsubscribe. You should subscribe to me. I'm on YouTube, Robo Brando, as in Marlon Brando. Just look me up, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this barely listenable Spoilercast.
We're barely conscious.
Yeah, we're fucking tired. We really should have done this another day.
Yeah.
But screw it. Whatever. It's done.